Hello everyone and welcome back to Editing Quesadat. So today I am going to share what I've been working on for the past few days. Actually I finished them a couple days ago but I was not able to film it. But I was reorganizing my studio and part of the things that I did was to go through my recycling or upcycling bin and eliminate everything that I had not been using for a while and I would not be using, like just recycled cardboards and stuff that it was too much. But I found a pack of coasters that I had wanted to alter, and that's what I worked on first. So I eliminated the little plastic shield that comes on top of them, distressed them a little bit, and then painted them in layers. I used some of this silks to paint it, and the color that I used was Emperor's Gold. So this is what they first looked like when I started painting them. I painted all of them in different finishes, but this is the one that I have not gone into. I already have it prepared so I can work on it, but this is what they look like before I go into creating what I made. So this is the next step. I started decorating them. This one is not finished yet, but I took a little flower. It was a plastic flower, and as you can see, it was pink and quite thick. So it had a really nice shape to it, and it was dimensional. But I wasn't gonna use it in the color that I was, so I decided to paint it with the silks. A couple of layers of that. Left the center as the color that it originally came, and glued that down onto my background. And then I went in and added a whole bunch of bling from one of the packs that I had already started using. I just wanted to finish that up. So I'm going through my stash and using the things that I've been accumulating for a while and trying to use it up. And this would be the right side for it. I'm sorry, I was showing it sideways. So I used one of my keys for my collection of keys. I added a little bling here with the Eiffel Tower, pearls, and those I believe are recollections. Then the bling, and this is a little piece of jewelry that I had in my stash, and it was on top of my desk that I had not used for a project, and I decided to incorporate that little bling up here from the same pack that this came in. And that's my coaster, altered and ready to be used on something, and I was thinking of making them some type of gift. So the next step was to actually incorporate them onto recycled boxes. So I upcycled some packaging that my mom had left over from some things she bought a while back, and she had given me a whole bunch of the boxes, and they're pretty nice finished boxes. So what I did was that I added the coasters to the top. So this is another one of the coasters that I worked on. This one I painted with some leftover paint that I was using for the letters that I altered. I added a little doily on top of it, and then I made my little collage of items that were in my stash. So I added a charm and some resin flowers and a whole bunch of fabric and paper flowers, some of this acrylic flowers with a pearl added to the top of it, this beautiful metal piece and some flat back pearls, and then I finished it off to cover the cork edge with some lace all the way around. And then when you open them, I still don't know what I'm going to incorporate in this, but it will be a nice box to just keep on top of your tables. But I finished them off inside, adding some scrap of paper from a paper pad. So I'm also going into my little pads and using those 6x6 pads that I've been collecting. And that's what the first finished one looks like. This one I added white lace to. And then this is the second one that I worked on, using the same color and the same technique on the background, but then the collage items that I used on this one are different. I used the paper flower here, a little bead, a little piece of spool embellishment that I had, some of these beautiful leaves that Janelle had sent me a while back, piece of metal, little scissors from the charms that you used to sell, you used to find at Michael's. I don't know if they still have them. This is a piece of jewelry that I had left over from something. A little pin, button that I went over with some acrylic paint. Did all of my edge with some paint and some little acrylic pieces. I don't know if you can see the texture on that. Yeah, there you can see it. There's a little bit of thread. Added some thread to the spool, a little bling, and that is the beautiful box all finished up. And then I added some cream lace, and the inside is finished with paper. And then I'll add some goodies or a little mini album in there or something. I don't know what I'm gonna finish that off with, but that's what they look like when they're all added to the boxes for gifts. So that's what I'll be doing with this one eventually, and that's where this one's gonna end up once I'm done altering this one and upcycling it to make it look just as pretty as these two. Well, at least I think they're pretty. Hope you liked what I had to share today. And thanks so much for your visits. Hugs and kisses, everyone. Take care, and hope to be back soon with some things to share. Bye.